So you're writing this one in your notes, right? When they have the same base, that's important. Listen, please. Okay, when I'm talking, you're not. Thank you. So when it's subtraction, what do you have to do? You just wrote the properties down in your notes. Divide. Thank you. So we have log base 4 of 32 over 2. Okay, 32 divided by 2 is 16. So log base 4 of 16. So if you can divide or reduce a fraction, always divide or reduce. And then when we have numbers here for the base and for the 16 next to the base, you need to solve it. Okay, so you have to know to set it equal to x. Then you rewrite it exponentially. Remember, the base of the log becomes the base of the exponent, and the 16 and the x switch spots. So what's x equal? 2. Right? So if you get that 4 squared is 16, you don't have to show the next step I'm about to show. But if this step helps you, then write this step. Okay. So as soon as we have the same base, we have 2 fourths, you can set the exponents equal to one another, so then x equals 2. But again, like I said, if you recognize that x equals 2 at that step, totally fine to write x equals 2. Okay? So when it's numbers here, you gotta solve it. Number, gotta solve it. Okay. Write that one in your notes as well. So this is a mixture of the product rule and the power rule. So when we have the number in front, it becomes the exponent. Right? So we're going to do the power rule first. So we have log base 2 of x to the 6th power plus log base 2 of y to the 5th power. And then you multiply these x to the 6th and y to the 5th together to come up with the final answer. You're using the product rule when you do that. So x to the 6th, y to the 5th, like that. So when it's multiplication, you pull it apart with addition. When you put it back together with addition, you just multiply the two numbers next to the base, or in this case, letters next to the base together. We good? That's the final answer. You can't solve it anymore because we've got 2 variables here and there's nothing to solve. Okay? If these were numbers, you might be able to solve something, but not in that case. Try that one on your whiteboard. Hold it up once you got the answer. You need a whiteboard, Katia? Okay. I just couldn't see it. Nope. There's no y in the problem? Oh, I know. You got to multiply. What's x times x, Megan? There you go. You're good. That's how you're ready. Good. Yes. Yes. No, you're not ready. You are. Paloma, you're good. You're not. Can you show tens in your board? Good job. Good job. Good job. Multiply. 5x times 3x. Good job. 5x times 3x. So, Sam, it looks like your x is an exponent. It's got to be the same level. What's x times x, Mitch? Good, good. Good. You just take that plus out and move that 15x squared next to the base, and then you're good. And can you show TC your board out? You're good. So 15, what's x times x? You're good. You're good. X times x. X plus x is 2x. X times x is good. So you get, the answer to this one would be log base 4 of 15x squared. All you got to do, instead of the plus, 5x times 3x. That was a excellent high roll. Okay, do this one on your whiteboard. You're making the power rule and the quotient rule. Quotient means divide. So the first thing you got to do is move that 2 out of the front. Make it an exponent. And then once you get your log base 4 to a single number after you divide it, you set it equal to x and solve for x. So you're going to go from log to exponential at the very end. But so move the 2, Cole. You got it. Move the 2 up here. Right? And then do that. So make it log base, your base disappear, Megan. So log base 4.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm writing.
Log base 4 of what? What's 36 divided by 9? Good job. Now you got to square the 6, Paloma, and then divide it by 9. So now make it equal x. You're almost there. And rewrite exponential and tell me what x equals. Make it equal x. Alex, you're good. 6 squared, you just left it squared off.
Where, here?
Right there. And what's 6 squared? Good job. Yeah. Can you help? Yeah, that's right. Good job. I'll show you. You should have 36 divided by 9. So log base 4 of 4. Good. Now what's 36 divided by 9? Make it equal x. Leah? And solve. Good job. Can you help Paloma, please? Make it equal x, Sam. You're right on the cusp of the correct answer there. Right now I give you like 3 out of 4. Just make it like this. Move that 4 so it's like on the same level as the log right there. No, not quite. Yes, look at Mitch's board. Kenzie, look at Mitch's board. You're right, Mitch. You see it? Okay, I'll tell you. So rewrite exponential now. So 4 base of log is base of the exponent. You needed your comfort food, didn't you? Yeah, you're right on the cusp of the correct answer. It's good. And the one little is that this number? Yeah, good job. Okay, let me help you with this if you're confuzzled. So we got log base 4 of 6 squared over 9. Okay? So if you want to write this in your notes, we can help you show the little steps. So log base 4, Logan, be quiet please. Logan, 36 over 9. So that becomes log base 4 of 4. Then I make that equal x. Now we can rewrite this exponentially. So the base of the log becomes the base of the exponent, and the 4 and the x switch spots. So 4 to the x power equals 4. And then this 4 is to what power? To the first power, good. So then you can just set the exponents equal to one another when you have the same base. Okay, so x equals 1. So that level of difficulty is like medium to medium easy difficulty on this quiz you're going to have after break. Not on the Monday, probably block day after break you have the quiz. Taking Alex James now. Yeah, you can write that in your notes if you'd like to. You're right there. Looking at this. It's close. You just did 36 divided by 9. So this is what you did, right? It's okay, I know the feeling. 4 to the x power equals 4. And that's 4 to the first power, so x equals 1. More practice will help you understand, okay? Alright. So write this one in your notes. We're going to expand the logarithm for this one. I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see it better. So this is, now we're going the opposite direction. We're expanding them. So they have multiplication in the numerator and then division. So you're going to have addition and subtraction for this. So because we have 1, 2, 3 parts, you're going to have the log is going to be written 3 times. It looks like this. So there's no base here. What base is it? 10. Okay, you don't have to write that. If it helps you to understand to write it, go ahead. I'm not going to write it. So we have log 4. This is multiplication in the numerator. So plus, right? So multiplication and addition go together. So log 4 plus log x. And then it's divided by y. So what's minus? Good. So minus log y. So we're expanding it now instead of simplifying, I guess is what you call that. Okay, and you're done. You can't do anything else. We did. Just waiting for a couple people to finish writing. And we'll do more practice with this as well. If you can get this one correct, I will give you like challenge problem participation point. Whiteboard. This is the mix of the power and quotient rule. Power rule and quotient rule. Okay, so I'm going to separate out the division portion of the program. So it'd be x to the 4th power, right? And then it's minus log base 9 of 729. So step 1 right there. Then we take the 4. This is the power rule. The 4 comes down in front of the log. So we have 4 log base 9 of x. So that's the numerator. Denominator, I can set this equal to x. I'm just going to kind of do that off to the side here. 729 equals x. So and now I need to rewrite that exponentially. So the base of the log becomes the base of the exponent, and the x and 729 switch spots. And then when you're using your calculator, if you don't know that 9 to the 3rd power is 729, most normal humans would not know that. What you can do is just, freaky, 9 times 9. It worked. 81 times 9, 729. Okay? So if you don't know that, like to the 3rd and 4th power for numbers, just multiply them until you get the correct number. So then this part, 9 to the x equals 9 to the 3rd power, so x equals 3. So then this is minus 3. Definitely write that one in your notes, okay? Because that's totally fair game. That would be medium to hard difficulty. And they can get way nastier than this, right? But you're in a regular Algebra 2 class, so I won't make it a whole lot nastier, but they can get way harder. If you're taking pre-calc next year, you'll see, because they ramp it up a little bit. No, you're fine. Okay, I'm just waiting for a couple of people to finish writing. All right. Write this one in your notes. You do this one in your notes. So again, reading the directions is important, right? Because you're about to take SAT where the directions are, that's the hardest part, in my opinion, of the SAT, is understanding what the directions mean for you guys. So when it says expand, all you got to do is expand. You do not have to solve it, right? So if you go ahead and were to solve this problem, and you looked for the answer on SAT, it wouldn't be there, right? If you got this equals like 4.8 or something like that. So you just have to expand it out, that's it. So when we do that, log base 3 of 250 minus log base 3 of 37. And you're done, that's it. Nope, it's not an exponent. They only go in front when they're exponents. Those are good questions to ask, like Logan just did. Don't you put the 250 in front? Right? Because then he cleared up his confusion right there in the moment, which is a bonus. We good? Do that one on your whiteboard. So you're expanding. Now I want you to solve it. So if I were to put this on your quiz, I would say expand and solve. So we just add that to the direction portion of the program. So you're mixing the product and power rule. We've got log base 3 of 9 plus log base 3 of x to the 5th. So where's the 5 go? So why isn't there a 5 here?
You gotta solve it, that's just not how you solve it.
Because he's so genuine when he says it too. There's no parentheses. If we have parentheses with raised to the 5th power, then we'd have a 5 in front of both of the logs. Because there are no parentheses, that's why the 5 only goes in front right here. So we take this 5 and that one goes in front. So we get log base 3 of 9 plus 5 log base 3 of x. And then we can solve. When you have these two numbers, you can also just eventually realize you see the base and you see the 9. I just think 3 squared is 9. So then you can just say that equals 2. So if you recognize that right away, no problem. Okay? So this equals, we're going to do the log base 3 of 9 over to the side here, set it equal to x, so 3 to the x power equals 9. So what's x equal? 2. So the final answer is 2 plus 5 log base 3 of x. Aren't you glad you don't have a quiz on this tomorrow? Yeah. Okay. Whiteboard, ready? If you are currently understanding what's going on, you should already have the answer. Good, good. No.
What the heck, what?
Yes, 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 yes. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go, good, good. What's 4 to the 4th is a big number, 256. Yes. Okay, yes. Or 2 to the 2nd, yes, you got Mitch. Good, good. Equals x. How do you rewrite it exponentially? Now rewrite it exponential. 4 to what power? Yes. 4 to the second equals what? already, actually, yes, you're right. So what's x equal? 4 to what power is 16? 4 to the 4th is 256. Seconds, right? So x equals 2. Okay, here's another whiteboard one, just to re-emphasize that point. Okay, tell me what that one is. No, that's a giant number. Yeah, I know, yes, you're good. You're all backlit, it's hard to see that thing. You're good. Is that what number is that? Yes. There you go. Yes, you're right, Emma. Good job, Rachel. Yes. Yay, understanding, right? It's good. Whatever. You're still getting something right. Like, give yourself credit, right? Give yourself credit. Yes. Good. All right. So, new formula to write down. I don't like how the book writes it. Okay, so I'm going to write it. Don't write it like this. Okay, this is change of base formula. Write that one down. So I remember which one is numerator, which one's denominator. Pay attention, Mitch. The one that's a subscript, right? The base goes on the bottom. So the B goes on the bottom. Okay? Base on the bottom. And then remember your calculator is always log base 10. So if I write this one down, we have log, what goes on the top, 27 or 81? 27. So log 27 divided by log 81, like that. Definitely write these two down so you can remember that. And if you think about that last problem we just did, because I am nice to you and give you calculators on your tests, let's say we have log base 5 of 125. We could solve that by doing log 125 over log 5. But if I see you do this and the directions don't say to use the change of base formula, then you only get 1 point, right? So if I want you to simplify it like we did, so if I want you to simplify this one, this is the work I need to see. 5 to the x equals 125, and then you can say x equals 3 at that point, right? So that's okay for this kind of problem, but as soon as we tell you to use change of base, then you just do the fraction. So log 27, let me close this and reopen it. You, in your calculator, right, the log button's kind of bottom left on your calculator. Put log 27. Make sure you close the parentheses in the numerator, and then divide it by log 81. You can throw that in your calculator. What do you get?
Catalog?
3/4?
No,
Like 0.75? Catalog just is a whole bunch of different buttons. You can't see it. They gave you 3/4 or 0.75? Cool. Okay. Wait, what does the log button look like? It says the word log. Bottom left. Did you find it? Is it helpful you know now? What?
My mom was. I didn't even see that till now.
So cute. Now you need to send her text and return the paper.
And I'll be like, thanks,
Nice. I hope that. So log 27 divided by log 81, like this, 0.75, right? You can put it as a fraction, that's fine too, okay? So log, just copy this. Okay, do that one in your calculator. Change of base, you're using change of base for this, yeah? Doesn't matter. I just usually do, I know I didn't when I put that up there, I just, more parentheses the better. And you can always take some away if you have too many. You know, when I took harder math classes, I would use a ton of parentheses because I wanted to make sure I knew what the answer would be. Because you're calculating correctly. So if I go, and then you really can't, the only work you can show is just showing the change of base formula like this, and then you get 2.23. Okay? Change of base. Really? Log? Yeah. What was it, 36 on top? Divide, log 5. That's all. Okay? That's okay. You get it. It's not bad, right? So, based on the bottom. We're not doing another. That's stupid. We need to do that. All right. Last one. I want you to write this formula down. Let me make it a little bigger so you can Write that formula down right there. This is the formula I would give you on a quiz or a test. Okay, you'll have a problem like this on your quiz. You have a magnitude problem and you have a pH problem on your quiz and test. And what an intelligent thing to write in your notes. You have a magnitude and a pH problem on your quiz and test. This is the last one we're doing too, just so you know. And homework. You can bust out your homework and get it done in class today. Yeah. The rest is just kind of the mechanics behind it. The need for that. Okay, so the little V stands for the vinegar from the formula above, and the A stands for ammonia. Okay, if you write that, that'll help you understand when you go back to study for your quiz, because remember, you're going to have 9 days off, so you are most likely to forget something like that. So the V right here is vinegar, and the A is ammonia. And then up here in the problem, it says the ammonia is 10, so the A is going to be 10 to the negative 11th power. And the V for vinegar is 6.3 times 10 to the negative 3rd. So then we're just going to plug in right here and here with the A and the V. Okay, please stop talking. Last problem, focus. You're going to stop talking? Yeah. Okay. So log of the vinegar is 6.3. Right, that's not an X, it's scientific notation, so 10 to the negative 3rd. And then we're subtracting log of 10 to the negative 11th. Okay, and we're not just plugging in, we got to solve this thing and arrive at a final numeric answer. Okay? So this is this scientific notation, right? That's multiplication, so I separate it with addition. Addition, right? Multiplication and addition go together. So I'm going to give myself some more space over here. We have log 6.3. That you can just put in your calculator, right? Plus log 10 to the negative third minus log 10 to the negative 11. Just showing every possible step here to help you understand. So, can somebody put this in their calculator around to hundreds? Tell me what you get. Log 6.3, 0.8. Wait, what's after that? 0.799. So 0.8 right here, so 0.8. Technically, if I want you to round to hundreds, you put 0.80. It doesn't really matter though. Now, what's the base if there's no base? 10. 10. So then, what does this one equal? 10 of 10 is 1, but how about that negative 3? Where's that go? Not on the bottom. Right? So if I have log base 10 of 10 to the negative third, that negative 3 goes in front. So I have negative 3 times, what's log 10 of 10? 1. So that just equals negative 3. Oh, weird, huh? So log base 10 of 10 equals 1. I'll show you that off to the side because I'm getting some confused looks. Right, I'd write 10 to the x equals 10. So then x has to equal 1. Okay? So if I have an exponent, if I have just log 10 with an exponent, the answer is whatever the exponent is. So on this problem, we'd have technically plus negative 3. You don't need to write plus minus because it doesn't make sense. It's just minus 3. And then what does this one equal, considering this negative right here? You can do that. Huh? But it's negative 11 with a negative in front of it, positive 11, right? So plus 11. Yeah. But you would have to show me some more steps, right? Like you hitting buttons on a calculator, they can do over at the elementary school. You got to actually show me some steps to get full credit. Okay? So you get 8.8, and we're talking about the pH level, right? So 8.8. When it's above 7, is it more acidic or more base? I don't remember how that scale works. Acidic? Okay. So more acid, 8.8 pH with the ammonia and the vinegar. Your homework's on the board, 9 through 45 odd, plus 38. It's right here. Huh? You didn't get that? Yeah. Just do log 6.3 in your calculator. Put your homework from last night in your folders. Bring those up. Yeah. Thank you.
No.
Just read the note on the back of your calculator and make you feel better. Mommy still loves you. It's not always the case for high school kids, you know? Of course. Can you give me those two right on the ground? No fly right. Oh, they'll fly right. I could tell. Did you figure it out?
No. I was going to say, to read this, what you think it means. Just read the first part.
No, first. Not yet. I mean, you're in already. They just have to determine if your grades will allow you to have that major. So even if they wouldn't, you could still, like, after a semester, get good grades and get in. Like, that's still for sure. Okay, you screwed up one of those. Yeah, not yet is what that means. Because what you're going to do what before? With the major? Okay, they actually have that major now? Okay. Not really anymore. Should be able to math.
I don't know. That's what the guy told me, because no one goes into that program. Special.
Yeah. Well, you know who you're dealing with. That's funny.
Mostly. Because if they like ask why I got the people, they're like,
People adjust. They wouldn't go to that level anyways because they don't have time for that. They'd just be like, no, reapply after your first or second semester. It should be fine. Because you take those math classes anyways, like the beginning ones. You know, you take Calc 1. Then you do your homework in the math building in that tutor center. You get those little math nerds, so they're going to fall in love with you and be like, oh, it is rare. I know. Funny, because when I did that, it was only guys that were the little math tutors in that. They threw the book at him, so he had priors. Because they know they don't do that unless you're a total dumbass and you had priors.
I don't know if you had anything.
he had to, they wouldn't have given him the full well, actually, I don't know what the max sentence is.
I'm gonna look it up for class later on, it tells you the progression of it. Like, so in 4 to 8 years, distribution.
So you got the low end of that.
Yeah, so he was probably still fine.
And how was the number again, the amount?
Like 120,000, and then not much, if you get the drug down in 4 years, it's a progression.
And then I think you have to serve, there's some percentage of the time with the behavior you have to serve, like
I think
2/3 or
he
3/4 or something.
he like behaved really.
You still serve over half of that sentence.
Yeah, but he could go through and maybe get him some good behavior.
If they don't do that.
They
That's not how it
don't.
works.
Damn it.
You get
I
6
was hoping
years.
like he could have been like a 6 months to a year.
It might be
but
like
he's something
4, you know?
I've never known someone to go do.
Yeah, I know, it's exciting, huh? I knew a guy in college, same thing, same issue as well. He was freaking, that dude was nuts. Yeah, dude, you're dealing with
It's a
full on.
$40,000 car that he paid for his day.
No, yeah, that's pretty easy.
He spent a shit ton of money on going. He was army dude, but now he's fucked.
Yeah, now
He's
you
never
know,
going
that
back.
again.
He's asked for the rest of his life.
You just gotta get a different path then, if you don't get into it. What is that weird look? I'll just stay right back. You got nothing? You'll look away first. Staring contest. I've done this since I was like 8. They ever try to ice me out with that thing for lunch. Yeah, I mean. Let's watch it. Gonna play it on here?
But we had a
Ooh. You're looking around at all the people in here like.
I mean, Logan did my class, so like, Logan's like really the only one.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Talking about my sign language video.
Oh yeah, ours was amazing.
Oh my gosh, no, come here, you
You guys were going hard.
But I asked about like visitation, but she was like, I don't know if he has to call. But he's only been there like 1 or 2 days.
Dude, that he's gonna look like hell. Dealing with that. No, just like dealing with that level of stress, like being in that environment all of a sudden. You said he hasn't been in before, or has?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. I could ask. I could ask her.
It'd be interesting, yeah, just to see. Because then at least he knows what to expect, so it makes it easier to cope with, but still pretty freaking hardcore. Let me know, I'm curious. Yo, getting from
You literally tried to force me. What was your plan?
Tell me why. It's such a good song.
how long is it?
Tell me why.
Especially when you guys were working
During
on
dinner time?
No, for period.
Okay.
still only finishing.
Yeah, I was interested in
back for
Riley.
yeah.
Yeah, just sometimes you have, it's alright, I mean, it was wild, so it's easy. Oh, yeah, dude, where are you going, Soul Table? I've been taking you. Yeah, I have to do. Wait, if it's the old people,
And it's totally believable, it's not like she's faking it, you know?
She's not even inside my
Oh, dude.
I think she's got it, why she can do it. You'll see Jim pull up in the background. For the year,
Pretty good, better than us. If you're of our song,
You should look up how much you have to serve. Like, I'm curious of that number. I think it's like almost positive it's over half. Yeah, so you're gonna find somebody better than that.
Trying to grab it.
Thank you very much. Shut up. They can go to Europe. I've been there.
Yeah, I just shared it.
Shut up. You look like a demon. Again. Whoa, is there an echo in here?
This one is from Scott.
Shut up, Emily Grace.
Just saying.
That was the point. Because I definitely have.
Damn headphones.
You told me to put his ear back
Yeah, I'm telling me shut the fuck up. Can I tell me shut the fuck up?
So,
It's slower than normal.
open this one there, don't do that, don't do that. It's up on the big top.
Hold on. Nobody's gonna read it. Nobody cares. Did you like that book? Yes, please.
No, oh, yeah. I mean, what I did really.
It's a good book. You should read that book.
I read most of it. Yeah, it's gonna not the best.
Didn't you commit suicide in the end?
Huh?
Did he commit suicide in the end?
No, he was in a mental hospital.
Oh, mental hospital. I couldn't remember what. It's been a long ass time since I read that. 35 years or so. Yes, I would just wait till it prints though, since it's going so slow. It might be another couple minutes. My God, man. It's ridiculous. I'll be there in a sec, Annie. Yeah, because there's no developmentals.
Can I go anyway, 7? 7?
Did he just send something?
Yeah.
Is it all the way at the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also the bathroom and then we
It's saying Pages is unresponsive. It should be there now. I don't know why I just printed that time.
like the one day I don't have work.
Where is it? That last one?
And she said specifically
Oh no, that means the 10 girls that played on Tuesday are not going to be at practice. The rest of you are, so they're going to be like 20. Those are the 10 that do not have practice. Yes.
I sleep early today.
Okay.
I sleep
You got to tell Finley.
Okay.
Yeah. Just shoot him an email or whatever. What? No. He said, go ask him. I think he said you're always welcome.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah. Go ask him again. Too lazy. I can see you.
They got 3 tournaments. We haven't done any.
I know. Well, you got snowed out multiple times.
Okay, there was a girl on my group, and she kept trying to bring my scores up, and I was like, no, I'm actually fine.
That you'll get some weird stuff like that.
I know, I hate it.
And you'll get people that just blatantly cheat, and you gotta tell them when they do. Like, have you ever seen somebody cheat an attorney, right? Like a couple of times? Which one?
Always in a rush, like, she'd be like, and then I call her, like, hey, chill.
And you're explaining, right? So XYZ plus log base 7 of X plus log base 7 of Y plus log base 7 of Z. And what's this one equal? Good. So it's 2 plus this plus log base 7 of Y plus log base 7 of Z. I mean, that's exactly what I just said. So plus, I just didn't finish it. Right, so this would be Y plus log base 7 of Z. Can you throw me the yellow? Thank you.
That was my other one. Yeah. It's like
So log base 3 is 2x squared. Because it's in parentheses, that means you gotta distribute the exponents of both parts.
Say one, baby. Hey, one, baby.
I put a 3, and she'd be like, okay, so 4, and I was like, no, 3. She's like, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, and it would be squared here, but that's gonna come down in front. Because 2 squared is 4.
I don't care about you. I'm never, and then she was like, nice to meet you at the end.
I'll show the intermediate so you can see that. So
Didn't
log
want to be
base
there any longer than I
3
had to.
is 2 squared plus log base 3
Death.
x squared. Right, and if you square it,
Read
it's
it.
squared. So that's log base 3 of 4, and then that 2 comes in front. The final answer, log base 3 of 4 plus 2 log base x.
You're my day one. You're my day one. Oh, yeah? You swear? Hey, Logan. Day one.
So I would take points off to keep it.
Then me with that.
Because you can do 2 squares.
Sam, stop talking.
That's why.
People are trying to work.
So they just,
You think so strong, why don't you square up?
it's funny how often that happens. In the-
I will murder you.
Normally this one's better,
You're doing Gavin.
but you find lots of things.
Oh, I'm Evans. I drive an Audi.
Square root means what? Exponent?
I didn't just.
You just learned that last chapter.
You think I can unlock your car from here?
No,
I'm
a little
trying.
too far away. You know how much those things cost if you lose them?
$1,000.
$400. Insane. What is the tendon? Log base? 3a to the. Okay, so square root of 3a to the 5th means parentheses 3a to the 5th to the 1/2 power. Because it's kind of like this is in parentheses, and square root means, like if it's square root of x, it means x to the 1/2 power. So then what you have to do is distribute the 1/2 to both parts. Okay. The log base 8 of 8 is 1. You good with that? I'll show that stuff if you need me to, but you're good with that, right? So plus, so this part right here is going to become 3 to the 1/2 and a to the 5/2. Was that you who did that on your calculator, Pearson?
Oh, yeah. I wrote 69, 69, 420,
Over and over
420.
and over again.
Hello, is this thing on? Turn it on. This is really dumb. I don't like it.
Oh, no, that's yeah, you're right. It's manual too, I didn't know that. It's manual? You were taught that.
Isn't that insane? 5 years and change, that's all. I thought they could get more than that. That's crazy. All right, did you finish your tendon? Are you good with that? So you have 1/2 log base 8 of 3 plus 5/2 log base 8 of 8. Any exponents always got to go down in front. You guys gonna win? Colorado State. It might be more hard for federal. Well, that rule would be the same. What's that? Okay.
When do you know when to put the
Unless it were like,
I got 4,1.
so let's say it's log base 4 squared, like that. Right? So I wouldn't have to put the exponent in front here because I can do square too. But you could put the exponent in front
I'll be back.
and still get the correct answer. It does make it a hell of a lot more difficult. Because if I just go to here, log base 4 of 4, you know that's 1, right? Or
if we did the 2 in front, would be log base 4 of 2, and then like this. Do you know what this is going to equal? If you think about it exponentially, how do we go from 4 to 2?
It would be 2. Well, because you
That's a little
multiply.
mind bender, right?
Because you multiply these two, right?
Let me just show you. If we do this with just this part, including the 2, with change of base, 2 over log 4. Do you know what it's going to equal? Use your common sense, you'll say the right thing. Yeah, right. So log 2 divided by log 4. Okay? So if you think like that, like it's going to be shaky right now, right? Like you're not going to be totally confident with that, but if I see that relationship, because 4 to the 1/2 power equals 2, because that means square root of 4, right? So that's why that's 1/2. You don't think just 2 divided by 4, because that can get tricky depending on the problem. Like it'd be better if I would have done 9 and 3 here. Because if I do log, I'm just curious, 9 and 3 here, so 0.5, right? So you would divide that and think it's 0.5, but it's really like, it's really the square root concept.
It's all not.
So that one, to see right there. So you have to distribute this square. So 2 squared is 4. So like base 3 or 4, you can't do anything else with. Right? And then the 2 comes in front of the x, so 2 log x. Distribute and separate. So if I showed you the intermediate step of that thing, it would be log base 3. I'll just write it squared. So then we get log base 3 of 2 squared, x squared, right? And then if you see that, you're going to know to separate it out with addition, and then just square that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So it's way less complicated than the one we did. Thank you. What do you think it equals, Tenzin? No, you could do it in your head. So you're just using this formula? So that's what you're plugging in, that 10 to the, whatever, what was it, 10 to the negative 12?
Yeah.
So it's negative log 10 to the negative 12? It's just a formula. Okay? Hey, this is the formula you want for 38. By the way, it's way less complicated than the one we did in class. But the one on your quiz and test will be like the one we did in the notes. Okay? So this equals 12. Did you get that? Do you need me to show you? Why? But you have to show me where. So it would be log base 10 of 10. The negative 12 would come in front, so it's negative 12. Log 10 of 10. And log 10 of 10 is 1. Negative 12, positive 12. Okay. You got it? It's weird. We're going to do it again after break, because obviously that's not going to just be like, oh, I totally remember it all. It's so good. Like Monday we're doing this. You're not allowed to do math. Worksheets. They'll be somewhat macerated, I guess. Hey, bring your whiteboard up, please. Thank you. Don't forget your pies. I think it's at the bottom of that, or in the back of that top drawer. Thank you.
I have a presentation, I don't know what to say.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.
Like in the back, like bottom?
No, in the top drawer.
Oh, top row, like.
If not, I know I have some in the file cabinet back there. Okay, yeah, good.
Wait,
Thank you.
how many people bring in pies?
Dan, the all-time record for pies brought in with 150 students was 69 pies. Of course. 69 pies. It's like from here to the end of the room, like about that high normally. I normally can't stack them though, because people, you know, they come in all varieties.
It's just like my mom said to me, "You guys are pie." I'm like, "No, that's tomorrow."
Yes, tomorrow. We don't have room to store them all, you know, so.
I literally told my mom's husband, "When you get the pie, please write, I want you to have a slice."
Yes, do not eat the pie.
So he wrote off the list.
Okay.
I'm like, I just worried.
Do you have siblings? How many?
I have 3 on the
Okay.
And I have one that's a sophomore, so he's like now major dick mood. And so, like literally he
Sophomore
almost
year, man, it's
and
crazy.
he literally almost broke the Xbox yesterday because he was in major dick mode, and I had to say.
Did he like not? He lost some stupid computer game and freaked out.
He lost his pen, and so I'm worried he's gonna eat some of it.
Yeah.
And be like.
With good reason.
What
are you doing, dude?
It took a long time to find a way to get it from my dad's house to my mom's house, and
Right.
so I will be pissed if he eats this,
It's obnoxious.
And yeah, I have like 2 different versions of proof. I have me actually making it like this, taken by my dad, so that's why it looks
Nice.
And then we have also with
The fail.
Yeah, the fail pie.
Nice.
And then it's like there's some stuff in there.
Yeah. Excellent. I love it.
So there's proof.
Excellent.
So
Good,
I
good.
hope that knows the way.
Yes. Well, you got the proof now, so even if they do eat some, whatever.
Yay.
That'll just be annoying.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one. So I got 2 of the pens over here, and then 74. Let me just show you real quick. Shit out of the way. definitely, that guy.
Yep,
I like this formula without the C's.
okay, yep,
It just messes with
Oh,
them with
big
the
time,
C's.
yeah.
Based on the bottom is what I say on that
that's,
one.
yeah.
So and then, you know, I have them write these formulas down.
Yep,
You can, I've got notes on here, if you just want to follow those examples, you can if you want.
whatever you want, I mean, whatever you want me to do.
So, let's do that. This is set up not to go to sleep, so it should be good.
Okay.
Properties of logs. That's why I'll leave it up, so you don't have to wait like 12 hours. And I got the calculator down there as well.
Is that right?
So, let me close some of this shit, so it's not so confused about that person.
But you have tabs open like I do, it's just like.
8 million of them.
I know.
So this was